Hi, my name is Jessica Warnick. I'm recording this video for those of you who couldn't make it to curriculum night so you can hear a little bit about the classes I teach. First, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So, I grew up in both upstate New York and Virginia. I moved in the middle of sixth grade, so I've got to include both. My family, I have an 8-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son. They keep me on my toes, lots of energy in our house. My husband, Michael, he works in the computer engineering field. For my education, I went to Union College, which is a small liberal arts school in upstate New York. I got my bachelor's in geology. I love my rocks. Then I went on to get my master's of teaching and science from the University of Virginia. Go Hoos. I have taught for 16 years total, 5 in Virginia, and this is my 11th year at Islander Middle School. When I'm not teaching, I love hanging out with my family. I love getting outside. I love to run. I like to go for hikes, put my feet in a nice cold river, anything outside. So I'll tell you a little bit about the classes I teach. The first class that I'll tell you about is 6th grade tech block. We do a lot in one trimester. So we are working on a 3D printing unit where students learn what 3D modeling is. They use a 3D modeling program, and then they take their 3D model that they create and we print it on a 3D printer, and they go through that whole process themselves. It's usually a crowd favorite. We then work on a unit all about AI. It's becoming very big in our world, and so students learn what AI is, what can we use AI for, what maybe should we not use AI for, and they make their own AI system, or they come up with an AI school policy, what it should look like in a school. We do a little bit of typing, and we then do about 6 weeks of coding and robotics. We use the Lego Spike kits, and they're presented with challenges, and it's amazing to see how they overcome these challenges and how creative they get with what they can make the robots do. The other course I teach is 8th grade science. We study earth science in 8th grade, and we look at systems, storms, climate, plate tectonics. We do a pretty big unit on earthquakes, and we talk about how they relate to our area and what we can do to prepare. We build a earthquake resistant structure in that unit, and students love building with their hands for that. We study volcanoes, geologic time, human impact, and then we end the year with Earth and space. We do the content. We also are practicing science and engineering practices. And so students are learning something like storms, but they're also learning how to communicate what they're learning through developing and using a model. We also practice constructing explanations, analyzing and interpreting data. And they also really focus on what does it mean to be effective at obtaining, evaluating, and communicating information. That's something we work on through the whole year. So in terms of grades, I'm going to use Schoology this year for my grades. If you're ever wondering how your student is doing, check Schoology. That's where it will be. So missing work notifications, I'll mark things missing. Upcoming assignments will be posted on Schoology, and students should really be checking Schoology daily so that they are aware of missing assignments, what's coming up. There's a calendar view that's great, and it might help them really plan out their time. Cumulative will be used at the end of a trimester, and that's where I'll report the final grade, but that is all cumulative will be used for in my classes. So Schoology is the place to go. Encourage your student to check Schoology often. So contact, I love hearing from you. Best way to contact me is through email. Students can contact me through email or Schoology, either one. But email is the easiest for me. I check it multiple times a day. And again, I do love to hear from you, so don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for listening. Hope to see you later.